It's a whole new world we cook in. It's a whole new place to eat. We're in season 6 with some brand new recipes, cause we're still gonna cook them all and make a pun or two or three.
Hello, and welcome to I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. My name is Jeremy Zielik. I'm the host and Alton Brown of the group, and joining me this week, as always, is...
friend of the show, Ben Montoya.
And Evan Aubrey taking care of his tummy this week with a delicious, delicious beverage. And, acknowledgement to Ian, who's not with us this week.
Yes.
But I thought I'd kick LaCroix Boys off a little early. Yeah. he's no longer with us for 1 week. But this week I've got a delicious prebiotic soda, strawberry lemon, by the name of Poppy. Like Poppy.
Nice.
Will it make you... Is it like the Jamie Lee Curtis yogurt? Will it make you regular?
Ooh, maybe. It does taste pretty good, and Jeremy, you'll be happy to know it's infused with apple cider vinegar. So,
I mean, that does have the promise of making one regular.
It does. It's pretty tasty.
It makes you have a healthy gut biome.
Oh, this is delicious.
Ben, how's your biome doing?
My biome is doing well. I don't know. It might be different by the end of the episode, but I'm drinking a collaboration beer between two San Diego local ones, which is Society and Moonlight Breweries.
Ooh, nice. I've been to Society.
And it's called a black IPA.
Okay.
Which it basically kind of tastes like if you took equal parts like stout and like a mild-ish IPA and like poured it in the same cup. It's kind of like what this tastes like.
Do you think the collaboration is literally they just took two different things and poured them together?
I kind of think that it's a little bit more than that. Yeah, but that's a little bit what it tastes like.
You're telling me it's not just like when I go to a Subway and put two sodas in my cup at the same time?
As my rowing coach in college would say, the closer it is to motor oil, the better.
Oh.
Jeez.
He was a very dark beer person. So the darker the beer, the more it was for him.
The more
much like the little teapot, he wanted it stout.
Oh, that's a good one. Someone has to have a little teapot stout.
Yes.
On their like brewery menu.
Yeah, it's called like I'm a little teapot and it's a short stout, whatever that means.
It's just served in a short glass.
Yeah, it's just
very
small.
tiny. You only get 6 ounces.
Short.
But it's like a 12% ABV or whatever. I'm only drinking water right now just because that's I forgot to get something beforehand, and this was next to my table. So
you know what? Shout out to those staying hydrated right now.
Yeah,
because
drink water.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You know what? If you're listening to this, take a drink of water right now.
Yeah. And they thought 2022 was the year of drinking water. 2023 is more water.
More like 2020p because you'll drink so much water.
There it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ben, I can tell you've been on Tumblr more recently because of how much you're talking about reminding people to drink their water or whatever, because that's always a big thing.
Is that where that started?
Yeah, hydration Tumblr.
I mean, so that does exist. I think that the most recent Tumblr development, though, has been Tumblr polls, and significantly that a podcast character won the Tumblr Sexy Man Awards.
Yeah,
that's what that was.
Okay, beat a skeleton.
Yeah, exactly. A disembodied voice, reigns supreme.
Yeah, beat some anime guys and a skeleton. So, for the listener at home, Tumblr, like they keep trucking. They're like, oh shit, we can put polls now, and then that's all people have been talking about there for the last couple of weeks is like, oh, poll this. First, it was like a race of bugs, and there was a snail and a worm and a caterpillar, and then now it was like, who's the most representative sexy man of Tumblr, and they voted for the main character of Welcome to Night Vale. And then there was a whole bunch of what we in the biz like to call discourse about that, in which people are like, what's this? And it's like, Now listeners at home will peek behind the curtain. I hurt my back, but that makes me old. Also making me old is being like, oh, I was on Tumblr in 2012 and can tell you all about Welcome to Night Vale. It was a big deal.
Jeremy and Ian went on a road trip to a Night Vale live show.
All dressed
up as Cecil and Carlos.
Yes, it was very fun. It was in Denver in the summer of 2014. We went up there. We stopped by the 16th Street Mall, which is like an open air market. And before the concert, there was a furry convention. And there was a bunch of people walking around dressed up in their furry outfits, including
2013.
14. I remember it like it was yesterday. There was one guy dressed up as like a police dog, and he had a shirt that said K9 Unit on it.
Excellent.
So pretty funny. Ben,
you sure you weren't there for that convention?
No, because
that's what you told us that you went there for. So
yeah, well,
Night Vale was a good happenstance.
Cover story.
Yeah, cover story. Guys, I'm gonna level with you. I'm not a furry.
Okay.
I gotta come clean. Like I haven't even like thought about like a fursona. Like, every once in a while you're like, I guess like an anthropomorphic fox is okay. Or
I saw a good tweet that was like, everyone's okay with the Patronus, but no one wants to claim that it's just really a fursona.
That's not far from the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I could go for a bird sona on the topic of this week's, Pokemon. I could see myself getting into a, like anthropomorphic bird state.
Mm-hmm. That's why your favorite.
If I was like offered that Animorphs opportunity, I would take it.
Okay. Well, Animorph is different. That's like turning into a bird. You're not turning into like a sexy bird man kind of situation, which I feel like might be more what the fursona experience is about.
I mean, I think it sounds like it's whatever people want it to be.
Okay.
And it can be that, I guess if I had to choose between anamorphing into a regular bird and sexy bird man, I might choose regular bird, but it's on the spectrum.
I don't know. I feel like if, again, given the choice, if I could turn between a person and a bird or a person and a sexy bird man, I would probably lean towards sexy bird man, because that gives me all of the abilities of being a bird plus being a sexy bird man.
And I imagine the like in between Animorph state of that is like not too bad.
Yeah. It's kind of like how everyone's like, oh, the werewolf transformation scene in the movie, that's the hottest part. You got to watch that over and over again kind of situation. Right. But I have like I like cough and like feathers come out of my mouth or whatever. And then I turn into that bird from the Breath of the Wild who like plays the accordion.
Yeah, see, excellent. Those bird people are pretty dope.
So
we need more of those.
Yeah, that's my proposition for the time being. Before we get into the main program, I wanted to bring up briefly. Evan was like, "Oh, did you hear that Mario news?" And I was like, "Oh, you mean the German Mario pizza?" And he was like, "What?"
Yeah, that was not quite the news I was looking for. But I'm excited nonetheless.
Yeah, so yesterday they announced a new pizza line in Germany to go hand in hand with the Mario movie. And it's 2 flavors. We got Mario and Luigi, and it says Neu, Deine Unzufall plus Entertainment, which is good. And it's triple salami for Mario and Luigi. And I'm sure if Ian was here, he would make a joke about how Luigi has a triple salami, if you know what I mean. But
yeah, he does.
Yeah, but that has chorizo, calabrese, and I guess that's the only two.
It's like 2 kinds of salami and some chorizo.
Yeah.
But
so
looks good. But what's
Wario,
even better? Yeah, the Wario pizza.
The Wario pizza is Vierkasse Deluxe and sweet sprinkles. So this is what gets me kind of fucked up. It's 4 cheeses. It's like the cheese pizza option.
Yeah,
Wario and Waluigi are like mozzarella. Sounds great. Cheddar. Good. Emmental. I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but fine. And gorgonzola. Sounds great. cheese, delicious. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's topped with sweet sprinkles. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. Maybe that's how they got the purple in.
Yeah.
Or I hope it's
Right.
like the dough is infused with ube or something that it like makes the dough purple.
I feel like it's kind of like an M&M pizza thing, which again, it's unfortunate that Ian isn't here to, advocate for. But that's kind of what I'm imagining if you just took a cheese pizza and put sprinkles on it. Like, it's still mainly a cheese pizza, but it has a little, colorful twinge
Yeah,
to it.
all the color just melts off of the sprinkles,
Yes.
and it's just like
It's
a
like
gross
kind of a weird
wet M&M
purple
or
curl.
something.
Yeah. Is this like a continental European thing that we're just not privy to, or they're like, oh, we love to put sprinkles on our pizza?
I mean,
kind
we
of
were
situation.
looking for new food. I just didn't know it'd be Noi food.
Okay,
oh,
wait.
Yeah,
So
Noi food.
So I just typed in sweet sprinkles, and the first thing that comes up is sweet sprinkles pizza. So maybe this is already a thing.
Oh, maybe
no,
that's
no.
a thing.
I don't know. I can't tell because then the first thing that pops up is this product that you can buy, which is this is pizza can. This is like sprinkles that look like pieces of pizza.
Not what we're looking for, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's a thing. Because
there's a BuzzFeed video that's are sprinkles good on pizza? So.
Yeah, Reddit's also blowing up about this.
Give pizza night a quirky twist with a funfetti crust.
Oh no.
Okay. I don't, sorry, funfetti pizza, not my bag. Maybe I can make like a birthday cake pizza where it's got like the, like colorful like bread, but it's still just like mozzarella and pasta sauce and tomato sauce and pepperoni kind of situation.
That I could do.
I also have to say that out of all the cheeses, there's 4 cheeses on this Waluigi Wario pizza. Of all the cheeses that just scream Wario, it's Gorgonzola.
Yeah, it does. Like a nice odious Gorgonzola. You like shove that down your gullet and you've got bad breath for days.
Right. Yeah. Like you can see the little like scent lines wafting over it.
That'll twinge your mustache right
Yes.
up.
Exactly. If
I think Wario can't leave. I think Wario can't leave his house without first making sure that he has stink lines emanating from his body kind of situation. So whether that be some like moldy cheese or a nice couple cloves of garlic, just gnaw that shit down. I think it's part of the brand. You can't leave home without it.
Definitely.
I mean, a man whose farts are equivalent to a nuclear explosion. He's got to power that somehow.
Got to stay
this pizza will do it for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Stinky pizza.
I hope this year when Oppenheimer comes out, it's not actually about splitting the atom. It's about giving Wario really gross food so his fart makes the nuclear explosion like it does in Smash Brothers.
Wait, is this coming out? I know Barbie's the double header, but like, is this coming out around that same time?
It's coming out on the same day, Evan.
Oh, it's also the same day.
Yes, July 21st.
Triple header.
No. Well, no, the Mario movie's coming out in April, but Barbie Oppenheimer is July 21st. So
that's right.
That's for all the cinephiles out there in the world. They're going to have the pain decision on what to see first, because obviously you would think. What? Ben's freaking out. Ben, what are you freaking out about?
So on the box for the Mario and Luigi and Waluigi and Wario pizzas, I just noticed a neat little Easter egg just for the super fans out there.
Yeah.
The Mario and Luigi one labeled 441 grams. The Waluigi and Wario one labeled 420 grams.
Oh, yeah, it is.
420.
I don't think that's an Easter egg.
That one's just for the Waluigi fans.
Yes.
They know.
Ben, are you saying Waluigi is like the biggest pothead of the Mario family?
I think it's probable. It's probable. It's either that or Yoshi.
I think I would look. Yoshi's an animal, so I don't know how far you can go with this. But Waluigi has more of like a cocaine aesthetic than a weed aesthetic.
Well, no, Wario definitely has a cocaine nose. I think Waluigi has kind of more of a just like off-putting kind of vibe that he definitely smokes.
Okay.
Definitely. And if not, he makes jokes about it, like,
Yeah.
you know. So take that with, you know, another reason to buy the Wario pizza.
Yeah, one last thing about the Mario pizzas. Not to get on the ass of Noi Foods, but I feel like that the salami should have been the Wario and Waluigi pizza, if we're being honest with ourselves.
That's where you're wrong.
Oh, you don't but just saying like the meatier, denser pizza should belong to Wario.
I'm fine with either as long as they're color coded. Like if we can get some like Shrek themed green salami, you know, on this pizza, I'm all about it.
I think that the Wario pizza should be deep dish. That's my suggestion.
There you go. I like that.
But it's deep dish, but it's just one layer of cheese and then all sprinkles.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're like in Chicago and you're like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna sit down, you like put a little bib on and you get your knife and your fork and you're like scraping them together and you cut it and just fucking sprinkles explode out onto you as you try to eat a slice of fucking Chicago style deep dish pizza.
Oh, but back to actual Mario news. I think so. We hear Seth Rogen more as Donkey Kong in this latest trailer. I think it solidifies for me more that I'm not gonna like this movie.
I haven't seen the latest trailer.
It's just it's trying to be like meta and fun, but it's also just like Seth Rogen's voice I thought was gonna work, but it's just a little off-putting. I don't know.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I just saw like pictures and it has like Cat Mario in it, and everyone's like, it's Mario and he's wearing the cat suit, and you're like, he sure is. There he is. Fucking who. All right, I'm gonna make a joke for about, let's say, maybe 4 to 6 of our listeners. I don't know if anyone had seen recently the Steven Spielberg film The Fabelmans, but in it, Seth Rogen plays the character that causes fake Steven Spielberg's parents to get a divorce because he's having an affair with Steven Spielberg's mom and cucking his dad. And so I want to know who in the Mario movie Donkey Kong is cucking to break up a family, but then start the career of an artistic genius.
I don't know where to start with this.
Yeah, is Donkey Kong the real villain of that movie?
Yeah. So is Donkey Kong gonna cuck Luigi by getting with Bowser? That's just my proposal here.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting proposal. I mean, Jack Black and Seth Rogen would make a pretty good comedic duo.
I'd see
so.
I mean, look, if I'm making this movie, which I'm not, I would definitely say like they should have some like funny scenes together. Like they're like Donkey Kong's like ooh, and then Bowser's like ha 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 ha, and then they like Donkey Kong's like ooh banana, and Bowser slips on it or whatever.
That would be so funny, Jeremy. I really hope that they make it funny. You know, I hope that they have a lot of really funny scenes with all the good characters that I love.
They just need to replace all of the voice acting with just sounds and like onomatopoeia.
They should use the voice clip I was talking about where Donkey Kong goes ooh banana from Donkey Kong 64. I'm saying maybe this movie maybe they'll save it for the Donkey Kong spin-off series. Let's not get crazy here. Maybe they should play the DK rap. Come on, people.
That's a great idea, actually. I've been meaning to, for some reason, that song has been coming up in my head lately. So I think that's an indicator that they need to include it in the movie to really, you know, kick off the Mario cinematic universe.
Question: if I see this in theaters, will they hand out a set of bongos that I can play along to the movie? Can we have like the bongo along version of the Mario movie?
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm thinking that this is for the Donkey Kong spin-off movie. Ben, obviously you said Mario cinematic universe, but I believe this is more of a Nintendo cinematic universe. So let's call it the NCU, if you will. Okay. And I think definitely that Donkey Kong, the movie, which I assume it'll be called, will involve every audience member having to like play plastic bongos along to like the Pokemon theme song, like in the game Donkey Konga, to make him win at the end.
Here's an idea. Okay, Donkey Kong is the next movie, right?
Yeah.
And it's a prequel series, but we call it Donkey Kong Country, and then it opens up the universe. You know, it's like Donkey Kong Country is next to Mushroom Kingdom. They have a little, cross cultural exchange.
There's diplomatic relations that need to be maintained.
Right, exactly.
So this is all leading up to a Smash movie, basically. Is that what?
Oh shit!
Yeah, well, I mean, this is
Smash
the thing.
Bros. Movie.
This is the thing. Is out. I was talking online with some people about this. Is that Nintendo does actually have their big crossover like event baked into their stuff already. Like they could build up to a Super Smash Brothers film if they want. But then it made me ask the question: if they make a Super Smash Brothers movie, do they incorporate Sonic the Hedgehog from the new live-action Sonic movies into it? So they bring him in instead of having a new Sonic show up.
That would be excellent. And then they should have like special edition Sonic with human teeth option.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah. As a different skin that you can
different
wear.
Skin. Yeah.
Yes.
I think they definitely will incorporate, the Sonic, trajectory into it for the Smash Bros. Movie. I think, but they also have to then do like a Metroid movie and a Zelda movie and an Ice Climbers movie.
There was already like a Kirby series, right?
Yeah,
like a long time ago. So
there was a Kirby anime in the early 2000s that I would say I've seen, and I really liked Kirby as a child, and I still do. And I was like, gosh, shit, there's an anime based on my favorite pink puffball. I gotta see this. And then I watched it. It wasn't very good, which is too bad. That I will say that's Nintendo's biggest hurdle is that Mario, Donkey Kong. That's pretty easy to be like, yeah, movie based on those things. But as soon as you get to like Zelda, Metroid, maybe like F-Zero, Fire Emblem, you're kind of like you're bumping up the like you have to kind of take this seriously scale a little bit, and that might be a little. They could do it. I'm not saying they can't, but a Zelda movie always in my mind is like that. That's going to be hard to pull off because no one wants to hear Link talk unless it's hiya. And what I like about Zelda games is like fucking like walking around and I see a torch and I hit it and then it fucking cave opens and I get like a cool like shirt, and it's like I don't think that's gonna be what most of the movies like, but
you could make like a pretty awesome rated R Metroid movie.
Absolutely. Here's my pitch for Metroid movie. Nintendo, if you're listening, hire me. Well, don't hire me. Hire me these people that I'm going to tell you about to make the Metroid movie. Okay, Samus is played by the delightful, always excellent Charlize Theron. She's tall, she's blonde. Give her some nice long hair. 2. It's directed by one Alex Garland, the director of Annihilation, and shadow directed Dread 3D. So
nice.
Could do the sci-fi, could do the horror, can do the action, get it all together, and bada bing, bada boom, perfect Metroid movie. Hire me.
Interesting.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the real failing here is that they haven't. Jeremy, movies, okay? Why haven't they followed up on Detective Pikachu movie?
I'm gonna level with you. It's because that movie was not as successful as they thought it would be.
Jeremy,
I'm sorry. And
I don't think it's making a comeback.
Yeah, and
really,
and it was made by Warner Brothers, and as you know, as Evan can speak to now, Warner Brothers kind of out of the movie business into the MILF Manor business. And and I don't think they could. I think that movie did good, but it didn't do good enough, which is crazy to say. But
Papa Zaz is throwing his ones elsewhere.
Yes, exactly. So I think that's the situation at hand. Is that it wasn't as big of a hit as they needed it to be.
God damn it, guys.
The Sonic movies, the Sonic 2. Most successful video game movie, though I do think it will be outdone by the Mario movie. I do think the Mario movie. Look,
people are just going to see that on IP alone.
I mean, on principle alone, yes. I mean, I have to. I won't even be in the country when it comes out, but I will go to the one theater, the islands of Portugal, to see it opening night or whatever. But I'm gonna say this right here. I bet worldwide the Mario movie makes $1 billion.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
I can see it. Eat your heart out, James Cameron.
Yes. James Cameron's like, I almost gave him Arnold
Mario.
But then he's just like, I gotta fucking put Mario in Avatar 4. He's gotta come in somehow.
Ultimate crossover.
Yeah. Avatar 4 is just a VR experience, and then they're in the Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
Oh shit!
That's all you need.
Let me just. Here's my reasoning, and we'll get to the main section of the show. It's okay. Ian's not here, so we can go on.
Yeah, I think it's funny whenever there isn't one of us here, we end up talking for like way too long about something else that's not the show.
Here's my reasoning for the Mario movie making $1 billion. One, it's Mario, and that might seem obvious, but it's probably the most recognizable game mascot that there is. Two, it's made by the people who make the Despicable Me and Minions movies. Those movies make boffo box office.
They know how to market the shit out of it.
Yeah, so. Minions 2 that came out last year made almost $1 billion. It made like $950 million. So I think Mario
making
get that extra 50 million. Kick it to the next level. Hell, it might even be the biggest movie of the year. We'll see.
If Donkey Kong doesn't say banana, you know a minion would.
Oh shit!
You're right, Bob. Bob would say banana.
God damn it. Is there going to be a minion in this movie? Are they going to throw a minion in here just to be like?
At least for the Illumination, like producing title card or whatever they're going to do.
God.
What if on the Illumination title card Mario like jumps on a minion and it like squishes it and makes the noise?
Like in Pixar like fashion?
Oh yeah, when Luxo the lamp destroys that eye and then like I knew someone who's like the Pixar logo scares me and I was like, what do you mean by that?
That intimidates me.
They're like, it's weird. He kills that letter and then he feels no remorse. And I'm like, it's a lamp. It doesn't have any emotion. No remorse.
I'm in that lamp's backyard. I need to watch out.
Yeah. maybe when they like open their window at night, they see Luxo Jr. looking at them with its lamp eyes.
It like turns over and does the squeaky like.
Oh yeah. God, that would be legitimately terrifying.
Now look, if a lamp did that on its own accord in real life, that would be terrifying.
Hey, that's kind of spooky, huh?
But if I see it on the Pixar logo, I know I'm going to be in for like 90 minutes to 2 hours of quality animated movie making. So obviously,
no need to be scared.
Yes, Luxo Jr. is holding me in his gentle arms. All right, let's get to the main section of the show. It's been almost 30 minutes. So this is I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. Each week, we come up with a random Pokemon that we decide to cook and eat together. And then we vote on who has the best recipe. This week's Pokemon is Talonflame. I won last week, but I've been talking a lot. So let me go to Ben. Ben, what's your recipe this week?
Oh, well, all right.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna really do it that way.
So my recipe for Talonflame, yes. I actually really enjoy Talonflame. I feel like it's probably one of my favorite Pokemon.
Oh, really?
That's like I feel like if someone asked me right now to make a top 10 list, it would be in there.
Wow,
for sure.
All right.
Wow. There is a bird Pokemon from Gen 5 or excuse me, Gen 6 that is one of my top 5 favorite Pokemon, but it's not Talonflame, so apologies.
We'll get to that later.
But is it a part of your recipe?
No, it's not. I meant teaser. Stay tuned, everyone, for Jeremy's fave bird. Talonflame. I really love the design. I like I like bird Pokemon and I like fire Pokemon too. So this is just like a perfect like combo. And so, the flavor text for Talonflame is a little bit lackluster. There's not a ton. It's like Firebird. Yes.
Yeah.
It's on fire.
But the thing that I, zeroed in on when it came to eating Talonflame is those legs.
Oh,
they are pretty thick.
Yeah.
I think it has to go 310 miles an hour.
It does. But
not with its legs.
Those legs.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
It's a bird, but it runs really fast.
But its legs look quite meaty and quite like you could take like a huge honkin', leg of it and like walk around like a turkey leg kind of situation.
Ooh, yes.
So I kind of was narrowing in on that. And then I also was thinking, I wanted to retain this sort of like color and aesthetic of Talonflame. And that led me to tandoori chicken.
Fuck you, Ben. I had the same recipe.
God damn it. Okay, well, okay.
Hey,
I actually
had
first. I had a little bit of a different take on it too.
Okay.
So,
all right. Okay.
So I have for you, boys, some Talonflame tandoori chicken tacos.
Nice.
Ooh.
I do love me some good chicken tacos.
And this is a kind of, spin on the tandoori chicken and the taco situation. Because you're kind of like combining Indian and Mexican cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, to do your tandoori chicken, you need to we're gonna grill it after we like marinate it twice. So there's 2 different marination cycles that it goes through. And
I love going through a marination cycle.
I mean, I would. Honestly, if you arranged a little marination, I would sit in that all day. Hell yeah.
My biggest concern about a marination cycle is that if I were like Ben to sit in it, is that it seems like that it might have a lot of spices in it, and that those might go to sensitive places, and it might sting a little bit.
Do it for the flavor.
Yes.
Yeah, but if that's all I have to do for the day, I'll do it. You can marinate me. So the first marination cycle, you're gonna put your chicken thighs and or talon thighs, I should say, and legs into a bag with some garlic paste, some Kashmiri red chili pepper, lemon juice, and salt. And then you kind of like you whisk that mixture of stuff together, and then you pour it into the bag with the chicken, and you let it sit there for an hour or so. And then you're going to marinate it in a different marinade for like 7 hours. And that one is going to be roasted cumin powder, ginger paste, garlic paste, Kashmiri red chili powder, coriander powder, garam masala powder, and some yogurt with salt and pepper.
Sounds delish.
Excellent.
Let that marinate for the second time, and then you're gonna use your like a Talonflame grill, so that you can cook it in the in some hot flames, and then it's gonna like turn out like with a really red outside, like how when you go to like an Indian restaurant and you get the tandoori chicken, it's like neon red.
Nice. It doesn't burn, it just gets more red.
Yeah.
Exactly. And traditionally it's made in a tandoori oven, but I feel like using just like the flame of the Talonflame, and then you're going to take that chicken and you're going to shred it, and you're going to prepare some tacos with a cilantro corn slaw. So you're going to have some corn and cilantro and jalapeno, and just toss it in like some olive oil with some lime, and that's going to be kind of and like a thinly sliced radish kind of situation.
Love that.
Then you're just gonna put your shredded tandoori Talonflame on Talonflame, I should say, on your tortilla, and then put some slaw on there, and it's a nice kind of refreshing balancing of the spicy grilled chicken.
Excellent.
Ben, you just basically I was just gonna write. Look, I'm gonna love with you. I was just gonna make regular tandoori chicken, but here's my twist. All right, you ready? I was gonna call it Talondoori chicken.
Oh, all right.
I was gonna call it that, and I was
it's
Talonflame. It's red. The chicken's red. It's a perfect recipe. But
okay, so
obviously we were thinking the same thing.
Here is one thing that I am curious about, which is that I was, kind of trying to figure out what made the tandoori chicken red when you make it. Mm-hmm. And I was finding some recipes that just use food coloring for red.
What?
And supposedly there are some one recipe was like Indian restaurants will just use red food coloring to amp up the color or whatever, and I just don't know if that's true. Like
I'm sure nowadays it's true because it's just cheap, but I'm sure the original was like some sort of reddish curry powder or something that was like
yeah.
Well, this recipe, not the recipe I was looking at, but this guy put red food coloring in his tandoori chicken, so maybe.
Come on, people.
Maybe that's like the
lying,
secret.
You know,
it's all lies. Well, let's say in the Pokemon world, using a Talonflame means that our chicken comes out as bright red as we want it, without having to use Mountain Dew Red Alert or whatever it's called.
Yeah, some extra spice.
Yes.
Well, and I feel like I remembered us doing some sort of tandoori something at some point, which is why I added in the tacos element to it.
That's fair. We've been through over 180 episodes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I think recently I've really given up, like, this has to be something I haven't done before. No, it's fine if it's something I've done before, because
recently I've just given up.
Yeah.
In general.
About life.
But Jeremy, the internet never forgets.
No, it does not, Ben. I think actually, and they have a shirt that says "Genius at Work," and they're like, "Well, in episode 72, you gave the same recipe prepared the same way," and I'm like, well, "How do you make up for that discrepancy?" And I'm like, "What? When was that? 3 years ago?"
I'm not saying that there is someone that is doing that, but someone could hypothetically do it.
Yeah, listeners. Get on it.
Don't fucking do it. Oh.
Fact check.
I was going to say, I appreciate in terms of episode stats that Ed has been keeping track of our pun count.
Oh, yeah. Right. There's a pun counter on Discord. I think it's like at 130 something.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I'm surprised it's not one per episode. So.
Well, no, it's more. It's more than that. Yeah, it's for the season.
Oh,
so it's 130 something per season, which.
Yes.
But I don't know how many times it was just us saying shrimp in various capacities. I don't know if those count as puns.
According to Chris, we said shrimp 99 times in that episode. So
excellent.
We're really on one that weekend. So
on one shrimp.
Yeah. On one shrimp.
You know what is the weirdest thing is that I've seen more shrimp on the internet after having that conversation than ever before. I swear I see like a ton of shrimp content.
Shrimp memes.
Yes.
No,
it's what AdSense will do.
No, it wasn't because. Well, I guess maybe I was looking up shrimp recipes, but I wasn't looking up shrimp memes. That was you guys.
Was that us?
It was not.
You brought us cool shrimp beats to study and relax to, or whatever.
Well, that was weird. Is like the day that we released the shrimp episode is I opened YouTube and one of the recommendations was like 5 hours of chill shrimp to study to, and it was like just like footage of shrimp vibing with like some nice like lo-fi hip hop.
Incredible. YouTube always knows what you need. I don't know.
I guess. Anyway, so Evan, you have a non-tandoori chicken related recipe?
I do, and it's a little out there, guys.
Oh,
so a little out there. So you know what we as a culture don't do enough. We don't talk enough about ground chicken.
Talk enough about it. Okay.
Yeah. We don't talk enough about it. We don't consume enough of it. A lot of things. So I'm pulling out the proverbial icy meat grinder this week to immediately shove our Talonflame into, because I'm making some Talonflamin' hot dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna immediately stuff our ground Talonflame into a nice casing. Get your brat on, right? You're gonna get a delicious hot dog brioche bun. You take that Talonflame dog to the grill, toast it up as you will, toast the bun on it as well, and then you're gonna lay down that brat. You're gonna sprinkle a little bit of cotija cheese.
Mm.
You're gonna do a little bit of aioli, so a little mayonnaise sriracha aioli on top, and then the creme de la creme is a little bit of crushed flaming hot Cheetos. On top of that.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
So it's simple, but it's street meat at its best.
No, that sounds really good.
Evan, you said a lot about like you don't think about ground chicken, but I will say I do love the Trader Joe's spicy Italian chicken sausage that they have.
That is excellent. I've had that a few times.
It's great. I put it in my pasta for dinner tonight. I was like, ooh, got some sauce, got some spicy Italian chicken, got some what do you call them? The little things. Whatever. Who cares?
Little smokies?
No, the pasta. This pasta that's like tortellini.
Tortellini.
Yes. So,
man, it always sucks recording this show when I'm like haven't eaten dinner yet.
Oh, I know, me too. I'm
so hungry,
starving, and on top of that, I have ground chicken in my fridge.
Just right there. I'm just gonna go get it.
I do imagine that similarly to the tandoori chicken color situation, these hot dogs turn out kind of red.
Oh yeah, and it is like the dog itself, absolutely red, but you do cover it in a lot of things. But it's still red in the end. Like here, let me just. It's all red in the end, you know.
Have you guys ever had like those kind of northeastern? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see the picture.
Yeah. Nice.
It's pretty red. It's actually red is the main.
It's freaking me out,
color.
man.
But have you guys ever had those kind of like northeastern style like red hot dogs that are like they're kind of like neon red?
No.
Let me find a picture to send.
Is it also red food coloring?
I'm not exactly sure, actually. I think it comes from the spices that you throw in there when you're boiling it. I only know about them because
these are really red.
They're
Holy
specifically
crap.
from Maine, actually. Red Snapper hot dogs. Okay, so they're like a specific kind of like brand or whatever.
There's red snappers, and then there's Carolina bright leaf hot dogs. Red hots.
Yeah. And they're called red snappers because the casing has a quote unquote snap to it.
Ooh.
But that's what I was thinking about when you were talking about your Talonflame hot dogs.
These look good. Damn. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, it sounds like it is just red dye.
Oh, damn it.
God damn. I feel like this episode is learning that all of our red foods have been lies.
Yeah, I mean, Cheetos also red food dye, so yeah.
God damn it.
Wow. Why are the Cheetos naturally red?
Mountain Dew Code Red taking over our lives.
Yeah. That's a little not disappointing, but
something
like
disappointment
that
here this week on I Choose
Yeah,
You.
I Choose You is made out of disappointment. It's a whole fucking boulevard of disappointments here on I Choose You.
Boulevard of broken dreams.
Yes. I mean, it's not that lonely because there's at least 3 of us at all times.
That's true.
But I guess that's true. Also,
I don't know if we could ever do an episode with 2 people. That'd be a little bit weird.
I mean, I could. The only episode of I Choose You I missed is the one where I got into a car accident like 2 hours before we were supposed to do something. So
yeah,
that barring like my spleen explodes, I think I could do it mono a mono.
He's up for anything. Mid appendicitis, he's like, no, we gotta record.
Like they're putting me under, and I'm like, no anesthesia today, and I slap the doctor's hands away, and I'm like, just give me a microphone.
They're like, this week on I Choose You.
Talonflame.
And they're like taking my intestines out, and they're like going everywhere, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I like to see.
Bring out the meat grinder.
Yeah. It's like, and we do it while we're skydiving. The best audio you could ever imagine.
Oh my god, there's a lot going on right
There's
now.
too much happening.
I think we need a vote.
Yeah. Oh, well, me and Ben, okay, let me review our recipes. Ben had tandoori chicken. It was in a taco. I had tandoori chicken, but it was Talondoori chicken. Evan has red chicken hot dogs. I'm going to vote for
Talonflame.
Yes.
Thanks.
Gotta verify,
Gotta check. Ooh, what if I lied? What if I said I voted for Evan, but then I voted for...
Wow. You'd just be throwing your vote away, Jeremy.
Wait, did mine vote? Did you guys vote?
So I voted, but I also voted under the I choose you email. So maybe you have to try again.
Oh, no. I think mine just didn't load correctly. Okay, Evan wins.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Like to thank the Academy.
Yeah, well, this is kind of our fucking
a little bit of a weird episode.
I've won under 2 weird pretenses, and I'll take both of them.
Yeah.
Look, you just got to take the W on any situation.
I think what happened was sort of like a third party situation right here, which is that me and Jeremy kind of spoiled our own vote.
I'm the Jill Stein, Ben's the libertarian candidate. Yeah. Am I funded by foreign money to disrupt Be a Spoiler? Possibly, but I'll never tell. Let's move on to the favorite section of the show. It's called Whale Lord's Mail Horde. Each week, we read your comments, questions, and recipes sent into ichoosepod@gmail.com. That's ICHEWSPOD@gmail.com. Evan, can you read this email from Mike?
I can indeed. There's a little bit of theatrics at the beginning here.
Yeah, do some acting.
Yeah. In asterisks, runs into the ICUdio, which I guess is where we record. I like that. Can we just rebrand Skype to ICUdio?
Ben, say ICUdio.
I mean, at this point, Skype only has us as clients, so
that's true.
I think we can probably get away with it.
Yeah,
we could call.
Yeah, who runs Microsoft these days? What's his nuts? Anyway,
Satya Nadella.
Yes, I'll call up Mr. Nadella and be like, fuck you, we own Skype now. And then I hang up the phone and it's like, ICUdio, let's go. That sounds
call
like
it ICUdio or we walk.
Yes. I'm holding it hostage. I have the source code.
Fine, that's what Teams is for anyway. So, and then Mike goes on to tip their fedora and say, "My boys." So, Talonflame, the spiciest boy. In simplest terms, it is merely a fancy chicken. And between you, Evan, I assume, and I, still Mike, I feel like there's a lot of chicken recipes to cover and a lot of ground that has been tread before. So, instead of a recipe for Talonflame tonight, I thought perhaps we could play a little game. Theme music from the Saw film franchise starts playing in the background.
God.
If I have to eat a bunch of needles, I'm gonna be sad.
Who let you into this ICUdio?
When it comes to
one of you
spicy
guys
chicken,
get a giant block of ice falls on one of us.
Ooh.
Which is what happens in one of the Saw movies.
best way to go.
Yeah.
When it comes to spicy chicken, there's only one game that I want to play. Hot Ones. Oh, Hot Ones. I guess it's not really a game, more of a game show. So
I mean, I wouldn't even call it a game show. I would call it an interview.
An interview with food.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a game to see how far you can make it in terms of eating hot wings.
Yeah.
Made some good memes.
I saw a great thing where one day there's a video of Kate Blanchett and she was doing a thing with the Criterion Channel. And she was like, oh, look at all these classic movies. And she was with Todd Field, the director of Tar. And she was like, oh, I love this. Remember when you worked with Stanley Kubrick, all that business, what have you. And then a few days later, or maybe it was the day beforehand, there was she showed up on Hot Ones and she was wearing the same outfit. And someone was like,
oh, same day.
I saw Kate Blanchett literally went to the Criterion collection and then later that day went to Hot Ones. And it's
Was it later that day or accidentally beforehand?
Look, I would imagine that most people book Hot Ones as the last thing they do.
Yeah, like for
in
dinner.
a press cycle.
Yeah.
See about that. Anyway, back to the email. In this Icy/Pokemon World version, the different sauces are named for Pokemon, ranging from Litleo, normal fire spice, Rapidash, spicier if the Rapidash doesn't trust you, up to the hottest of the hot, Magcargo, 18,000 degrees hot. So of course we will just eat Talonflame wings instead of chicken. Probably you could sneak in some Talonflame drumsticks to tame the heat. Keep some fresh Miltank milk on hand. Ew. That was quick and dirty, just the way I like it. Side note, my high school was the Firebirds. Not that cool. I did get to be the mascot costume at one point. It smelled awful. Lots of love, Mike. I too was a mascot.
Yeah,
that's true. And we also had a fun high school mascot.
Yes, we did.
Which was also a bird.
Well, that was middle school.
Or not, well, middle school was when I was a mascot.
Oh, yeah, that was, okay. Actually, you're right. Okay, that was middle school when you were a mascot, yeah.
Look, let me tell you, Mike, if your middle school mascot isn't a big cat, then immediately it's more interesting.
Unless it's Chester Cheeto.
Yeah. Unless you're the like Cincinnati Cheetahs and your mascot is Chester Cheetah, I really feel like they're standing out. For the listeners at home, our high school mascot was the Santa Fe High School Demons, which I think is definitely on the high end of high school mascots. And I'm not just saying that because, like nostalgia and all that business, but it's unique. It's fairly clever.
And our rival was the Catholic school, which is hilarious.
Yeah. So we got to like, there's many opportunities to get up to skullduggery. Perfect.
A lot of opportunities for Satan worship.
Yes,
it's great.
Yeah, and so highly
take it as an elective.
Yeah, highly recommend making a satanic presence your high school mascot because everyone takes you slightly less seriously.
Go Demons. But I do really like this idea of the different hot sauces being different Pokemon depending on their maturity and or spiciness factor or whatever. I'm kind of imagining like a Buffalo Wild Wings kind of situation where like you order like a batch of wings per along this like spice spectrum. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I would love it if the Magcard Go like hot wing literally just killed you and they're like how hot is it, and it's like you die, and is like, is there any way to avoid that? And they're like, no.
But at least you don't have to pay for your meal. So
yes,
right, exactly, free meal.
He's just like why are you serving this? Well, it's for the thrill seekers of the world out there kind of situation.
When you're ready.
Yeah,
they're just carting off the last guy before you.
All right. I have an email from Connor. Connor writes in and says, "Dearest Icy Boys, I haven't had much time to research Mons and Craft's recipes lately, so I must ask forgiveness, you are forgiven, for not writing as much these days. However, a new tool exists to help me with this work, ChatGPT, so AI.
Here we
Therefore,
go.
I present to you what an AI decided would be a good submission for this next Mong. Enjoy." And this was last week for Clef Key. So the recipe is Clef Key to my heart salad. Ingredients.
I feel like, okay, so Connor, did you come up with that pun or did the computer come up with that pun?
Because if the computer came with that, we're fucking done. We should just submit to our robot overlords now.
Yeah.
Anyway, ingredients: 1 clef key, cleaned and diced, 1 cup mixed greens, 1/4 cup diced tomatoes, 1/4 cup diced cucumber, 1/4 cup diced red onion, 1/4 cup crumbled red feta cheese, 1/4 cup chopped fresh parsley, 2 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon freshly squeezed lemon juice, salt and pepper to taste. This sounds normal. This
sounds very
regular ass salad.
Yeah, this is fucking. The robots don't know a good bit. Okay, instructions. In a large bowl, combine the clef key, mixed greens, tomatoes, cucumbers, red onion, feta cheese, and parsley, olive oil, lemon juice, salt, and pepper. And parsley. 2, in a small bowl, whisk together the olive oil, lemon juice, salt, and pepper. 3, pour the dressing over the salad and toss to combine. 4, serve immediately and enjoy the unique metallic flavor of the Klefki, which is said to be a result of the Pokemon's diet of shiny objects.
Nice.
Okay. Wow, that's
pretty
interesting, actually.
I like that everything up to the last step was like, you made a salad. Congratulations. No, as it is not clear if it is safe to eat Pokemon or not, this recipe is purely fictional and should not be attempted in real life. Thank you, the robot.
What? The robot is looking out more for our safety than we are?
Oh, yeah.
That's
they
crazy.
do.
Ben, the robots just want to make sure humanity survives.
By not eating and cooking Pokemon?
Yeah.
God damn it.
What do they fucking know? My body, my choice. I'm gonna shove a Pokemon in there if I want.
Oh no.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, that's the mail this week. Thank you for writing in, Connor. Thank you for writing in the robots. I'm sure
Mike.
Mike. They all got great stuff going on. So let's pick next week's Pokemon in a segment I like to call Pick-a-mon. Evan, get me a number between 650 and 721.
All right. Next week, Ian-filled week will be 661.
Ooh, goodness. Well, 661 is Fletchling, which is the beginning version of Talonflame. So.
How about 683? I feel like we've done that one now.
We probably have. We haven't. I don't know what this. I'm not familiar with this one. So next week, our Pokemon is Aromatisse.
The one that's like pink.
Yes, it is like
Aromatisse.
Aromatisse. I think it's like supposed to be perfume or something.
Oh, nice. Okay,
it's a fairy type.
Oh yes. Okay.
It's got a good schnoz.
Aromatisse. Make some like fucking Pepe Le Pew jokes over here. Yeah, Aromatisse. Send in your Aromatisse recipes. All right, plugs. Ben, where can we find your stuff on the internet?
You can find me on the internet on the old Tumblr at thefearandnow.tumblr.com. And yeah, you can find some music that I posted there, some writing every once in a while that I post there, some usual memes and fun bullshit. So you can go ahead and follow me there. You can also follow me on Twitter at Ben C. Montoya.
All right, Evan.
I am starting a newsletter that y'all can sign up for at foryourinternet.fyi. It's full of design things, fun things I find online that I just feel like I need to share with people that isn't on social media. Going back to newsletters and blogs, people.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, we're bringing back the mid-2000s. Everyone, like, you know what? When they made the Last of Us TV show and they're like, how do we make this relevant to a modern audience? And the answer was set it in 2003, bring back that mid-2000s nostalgia and the apocalypse. And I like that you're continuing with that, Evan.
Yes, and it's very, like, if you look at the website, it's very, like, early 90s themed.
Nice. Oh, yeah, I love that shit. Give it to me. Okay. You can find me. I still use Twitter at Velocity Prime 1, but you can also find me on Tumblr at Velocity Prime, no one, or the-avocado.org. That's the-avocado.org. Jeremy Zielik at that website. And that's where you can find me. Okay, time to wrap up the show. Hi, this has been I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. You can find us on your favorite podcasting apps, including Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, or your podcast catcher of choice. If you like our show, give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to help us go up the ranks. If you want more I Choose You goodness, may I suggest our social media presence, which is I Choose Pod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. If you want to become a part of the I Choose You community, may I suggest joining the I Choose You Discord. Link is available in the episode description. You can submit recipes, talk to fellow choosies, talk about your video games, talk about your LaCroix that you're drinking, everything you could possibly want on the I Choose You Discord. Lastly, but not leastly, check out the wonderful official I Choose You website, iChooseYou.menu. iChooseYou.menu has a full episode archive and a merch store, all designed by one Evan Aubrey. That's been iChooseYou.menu. And I've been your host and Alton Brown of the group, Jeremy Zielik.
I've been your friend on this show, Ben Montoya.
And I've been Evan Aubrey.
To all the choosies out there, in a while, Totodile.
Yeah, I choose you. Yeah, I choose you. Everybody wants to be a master. Chef. Everybody wants to show their skill. In the kitchen, everybody wants to cook that cloncher. Finny in at the top of the grill. Each time you fry, gonna cook it just a little bit better. Each taste You try, boy, this frokie is nice and tender. It's a whole new world we cook in. It's a whole new place to eat. We're in season 6 with some brand new recipes, 'cause we're still gonna cook them all and make a pun or 2 or 3. It's a whole new world we cook in. It's a whole new place to eat. We're in season 6 with some brand new recipes, 'cause we're still gonna cook them all and make a pun or 2 or 3.